Welcome to another episode of Becoming a TechnoWizard. And it's going to be very interesting, a little experiment here, but I want to try to do a bunch of shorter videos. So, as almost every day of the week, or as much as I can, want to do a video about things I'm learning and doing and reading and watching and all this other stuff. And so, this video is probably going to be about 15, maybe 20 minutes, hopefully. Um, and for today on Monday, I'm going to try to do some visual design. All right. So, as a UX designer, as a person learning design, mostly user experience and customer experience, um, my weak spot and my weakest area is visual design. Now, I personally don't think visual design is super important for people that's focused on the entire UX design circuit. And I've talked to a number of experts in this field who's been working in this field for decades, and who also agree that you don't necessarily have to be a great visual designer to be a great UX designer. However, in today's time, when unfortunately a lot of places don't really support great UX design, things like that, and as a person that wants to get more into emergent technology, and it's even more unicorn type of land where people expect you to not just be a designer or this type of whatever, but to have some technical capability to do 3D modeling or visual design, typography, all this other stuff. It behooves me to learn more about visual design. So I've been procrastinating over the last couple of weeks, really months, of getting more into it. So this video, or recording myself doing these videos, will hopefully encourage me to get more consistent with practicing it. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. I guess I'll just share. Can I share all of my screens? I might just have to pop back and forth between them. But we'll start with this. So I've got some good advice from my visual design friends. One a mentor, one a peer, who both said, one of the best ways to grow your visual design is to find things that inspire you and try to copy them, right? So I put together a list of a number of sites and things like that that inspire me, that I like for different reasons, and over this series, I'm going to try to copy them. Right? I'm going to start, I think, with Esperanto with this Robin. I don't know how to say his last name, but his portfolio. All these are very interesting. My favorite is actually probably this one, is the active theory one. But this one is not even just visual, it's like interaction design, 3D, all this other stuff. Super advanced. So kind of see it here. It's a loading screen. Yeah, this is absolutely insane right here. And every time you touch that button there, boom, it changes the scene. And then you go, yeah, that one's, I'm not there yet, not even close. But this one seems a little bit more doable for me. It is still quite a stretch to figure out how to do this, but I absolutely love 3D things. I definitely think that's the future, and I want to learn more about spatial design, 3D kind of interactions, and things like that. And this one also has a good handle on like iconography or typography, colors, um, putting a scene together, all this stuff. So um, yeah, most of this, like the actual portfolios, is pretty standard, but that 3D aspects of it and the interactions in it, that's definitely amazing. So maybe this one is it's still a little bit too advanced, but for some reason I just want to start with this one. So let's see where it goes. So I'm actually going to start with, I think I'm going to start with just trying to copy the visual layout in this episode. And in the coming episodes, maybe I'll get into more in interaction design, because I have no idea how to even start with that interaction design. So yeah, it probably is too advanced, but this is just an experiment. Um, so we'll see where this goes. So I'm going to take this one here, I think, this picture. Maybe I should just pull up the whole website. Let me see. forgot you got to click this here. Trying to share this new screen. New share. Okay, let me just share my whole desktop. All right, there we go. So as you can see, there's a little bit of interaction there. Oh no, it's just animation. It's just going up and down as you go. Like, yeah, this might be a little bit too advanced for me. Look at that. I have no idea how to even get started on that. Like the color difference, the blue and the yellow. That's another thing I'm trying to get used to, like color theory, how to pair colors together, how to pair type together. This is two different types. This is um, a serif. I think I'm not even sure if this counts as a serif. I think it does because it has the little things here. I forgot what you call them. And then the sans serif as well. I'm not sure if this is a different type of font as well. It's all caps, or if it's the same as this but bolded in all caps. But yeah, this is definitely different. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to do with this, to be honest with you. Because I was thinking I was just gonna look at it and be like, okay, let me try to copy it on Figma. But the magic, and I think a lot of this website is also the interactions, right? So I'm not even sure if I can do that. I don't know. I can try because I don't want to spend my time going just to search for a something to copy. So, well, we'll start with this. Um, gonna share my other desktop. Let's go to Figma. All right. Okay, that's not working. It's not showing me what you're seeing. Hopefully, you see the Figma screen. um, are you being difficult, Zoom? I don't know. Hopefully, you're seeing the Figma screen here. So, let me see here. So I was gonna start. I'll just start a new one. Let's start with a desktop. I guess the biggest one, 1440 by 1024. Now there's different ways to copy things. You can bring a copy what you see from going back and forth, or just like what I like to do is have it next to it. Um, Maybe when I'm more advanced, I can, just go back and forth between looking at that screen. Okay, here we go. So I want to make sure I get this same size here. Now, obviously, I can expand this too, but I don't want to mess up the aspect ratios too much. Okay, so first, I think a good start is to try to figure out what grid system they're using. Um, Learned about grid systems, not too much. I've read a lot about it, tried to create my own based on the golden ratio. But see, I'm looking dumb now because I haven't used Figma in a while. I've been using Axure. Maybe I should do this in Axure. I don't know. I feel like Figma is easier to do these sorts of things with. Axure is great for interactive prototyping, and I'll probably show that one of these days. And you can make extremely in-depth prototypes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, great. Yeah. Columns. There we go. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. No, usual for desktop, you want to do 12 columns. It's a good margin. Does this count as margin here? Because he has this bar here. So typically, I think I understand it with margin. It's where you don't put anything there. But it doesn't look like he has necessarily margins. It's like going end to end. Playing around with the gutters, I guess. Oops. Bigger gutters. Like, how do people figure this out? That's why I wonder. This is what always I struggle with using a grid is how to figure out what grid to use. Like what, you know, because it seems like this is obviously along a column. It's really hard to figure out what in the world. This needs to be the beginning of the column. Let's just do something crazy here. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So you see it lines pretty nicely. I mean, this is a little bit out, but it's mostly the same. Lines pretty nicely with the 90-point margin here. And now let's figure out, what these are. Maybe 30. So with, as far as I remember understand, at least from grids, it's for laying out the structure of your page, as well as paying attention to things like aspect ratio and proportion, and most importantly, responsiveness. So that when you're going from one size, like from desktop to mobile phone, you can say, hey, this takes 6 columns on a desktop, and on mobile it will take 3 columns or something like that. Or if your mobile phone is only like 2 columns or 4 columns, then you say on desktop it takes 6 columns, which is like half of 12. So on mobile it will take 1, right? It'll just cut in half, and the rest is pushed down. So instead of being laid out horizontally, it'd be laid out vertically. I actually wonder. Let me see if we break down his page. I'm just gonna drag over this, so hopefully it shows up on the same thing you're looking at. So if we go to the inspect here, come on, inspect. Okay. Okay, maybe maybe it's not mobile friendly. Oh, never mind. Just took a while. Okay. Oh wow, nice. Wow. So it's completely different interactions for mobile. That is interesting. I'll reload and see if it's different. Interesting. So you see here that big image that was there before, right? It becomes, just a centerpiece there, and the title goes under. Um, nice. And when you scroll, bam. Wait, it looks like it goes right into the case study. Oh, wait, duh. That's not even home. I was looking at the wrong page, so sorry. All right, there we go. Looking at the wrong page. All right, so, but yeah, still, the big image was there, and that preview image put in the middle instead of it being, off to the side over here. Big title, going basically edge to edge. So you see that the margin here and the thin margins. And you can see the preview. So you have this idea that you can scroll horizontally. I wonder if it'll let me. Yes. Okay. Nice. That's amazing. That it works so well on mobile too. All right. Okay, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Right now, let's just try to get this desktop thing working. How much time has passed? See, I wish Zoom would tell you how long you've been recording. I think I've been recording for 14 minutes or so. Let's give it 10 more minutes and end it there. This might be a terrible episode, but whatever. We're experimenting, we're learning. All right, so yeah, we got sport column here. 12 column, sorry, goodness. I don't know what I'm saying. It's still a little bit off. I mean, it's close enough. Could probably fix it up later. Just trying to get an idea of how this stuff lays out. Now, the biggest thing next is this gutter. So you can see it's kind of split right here in the middle of the page. So columns somehow need to split at that point. I mean, obviously it's not that, but I just have to check. Okay, maybe he's not using a 12 point column. Now, I might be just doing this completely wrong. I might just not understand how grids work and how to, take apart a page and figure out what grid it is. That might very much be true, but this is part of the learning process, I think. $25? No. Okay, I don't know. I'll just stick with 20 for now. Got a fly in my room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It's about 6. So maybe it's just supposed to be off the grid, because people do that too, right? They break the grid. Like you can see, it could probably line up with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, right? But it's because it's skewed, right? It's purposely breaking that grid. But I think at least this should line up with columns, right? So yeah, this lines up fairly well. Something like a 10 column. Let me just check 8. Just check. And okay, obviously. Yeah, I think 10 is probably the sweet spot here. 9 could probably work too. Okay, now you would have to have really fat gutters. I don't think that makes sense. I think 10 is it. And 20, 22, nope, 16. Yeah. So we're getting somewhere. Not completely useless. All right. So where to go from here? I guess we can try to do. Should we figure out a horizontal layout? Do people do horizontal layouts? I've worked with some designers so far, and I haven't really seen them do horizontal layouts that much. I don't know why. Maybe it's too much trouble than it's worth. Oh, wrong one. I meant the offset, the margin. Okay, so obviously it can't be that because it has this all this stuff in the top. I don't know. It may not. It may not matter. That's so cool. The load mechanism. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. I'm trying to see if there's like a nav bar type of situation going on. Oh, that's interesting. Nice fat button. So this kind of shows you like the length too. Maybe we should try to copy this page. Take a screenshot. This screenshot might not work very well. Okay. Yeah. It's way bigger. I think there's a way to lock the aspect ratio and resize. There we go. Oops. So I messed up something there. That screenshot, but close enough. And how tall is this? About 42. So perhaps, oops, perhaps our top area should be about 42 or like 45 or so. $50. That seems extremely thin. Let's bring this to the front. Yeah, so you see it's like right on there. A little off here. I don't really know what to do with the horizontal layout. Oops. But you know what? We'll just get to copying and see where we get. Now I'm freezing. Okay. All right. So we know we have like a big title here. Really big header. Probably spelled that wrong. This thing is huge. Probably not that big. A little bit bigger than that. Close enough. Let's get back to these columns here. One, two, three, four, five columns. And then we have a description down here. What am I doing? Okay, so it's bigger. It's 18 point font or so. Might even be bigger than that. Okay. Okay, I need to learn my shortcuts, my keyboard shortcuts. I mean, obviously this is a completely different type of font, but I'll have to do for now. Looks like it's a little bit lower. Yep, about here or so. Not that long, but close enough. Then a link in all caps. All right, so we'll probably end it there, maybe. I mean, we could do a little bit more. I mean, this is kind of getting into it now. Just get all the fun foundations of this page up. See how long this is. Yeah, that was right on. And the big image here will technically fall into the same area, maybe. Going down almost, you see here, or go down to this image there almost. Then it's skewed. I actually have a plugin for skewing stuff. Skew that. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to do this now, but I just want to see what it might look like. Zero. I wish we had a tool to like curve things. That'd be cool. Oh, Figma might do that actually. Yeah. Okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with that. Let's at least try to get the fundamentals. So you can see here though, there's like a lot of gap here, which I don't seem to have for some reason. Let me see their page. Is that purposeful or all their stuff? Yeah, so this one's, they have any pages where it's longer? Okay, yeah. So this is a long amount of text here. Let's see, it's less gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11 to 12 characters. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could be the font too. He has a, I forget what that term is, but there's a term for like fonts that's like not mono size. So each letter takes a different amount of space versus fonts that where each letter takes the same amount of space. Um, I don't think that's a huge thing. I'm not going to figure that out right now. I wonder if we should try to move this down like that or keep it around here. Um, I guess we'll keep it around there because this is pretty much close as well. That's so cool. Yeah, we'll keep it like that for now. It's like a smaller version, you know. Oops, let me clip things. Isn't there? Yeah, clip content. Okay, why is it not clipping the content then? Oh, it's not in the artboard. There we go. And this is like faded out. And then we have, you know, these little pills here. I guess start with a rectangle. Obviously way too big. Let's go 15. Of course, around the edges. Okay, that's too fat. I feel like that's too big, yeah. I could just lay it over it and make it much easier, but for some reason I want to eyeball it. Just to see, just to test my eyeballing skills. I like this even skinnier. Let's give it an 8. That's closer. 16. Now, I've heard people use 8, increments of 8 for stuff like this because it's easier to translate to different screens in which use increments of 8. Um, I'm not sure if it's really necessary most days. Okay, I'm going to have to compare. So I'm way off. I guess I wasn't that far off. That's right. Now this could be just the resolution in which I copied it, but no, it's like still like about 2 pixels off. But the length was pretty accurate. So I was right the first time. That's 16. See? Yeah, listen to your instincts. Listen to your instincts. Look at that, it's right on there. I was hoping it would just copy it in the same position, but I realized the other one is not in an artboard, so it's not going to do that. So it looks like, where does it start? Still a little bit above this line. I feel like this is actually skewed. Yeah, it is skewed. So it's a little bit higher. So we'll do that shortly, but let's figure this thing out real quick. Actually, I think that's a decent position. Yeah. Now we need how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about use 16, maybe 20 apart. So what's cool about Figma is that you don't really need to get specific with it. You just put them all down and then select all of them. And auto layout. Where is auto layout? I just saw it the other. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Why do I not see auto layout now? Do you have to be selected in here? Okay, there it is. Maybe each of these have to be their own artboard for some reason. Or did it have to be a component? I don't know. We'll figure that out at another date. All right, let's just get this fundamentals down here. Okay, that was way too. I did not mean to do that. All right, it's probably close enough right there, right? So yeah, that's most of the stuff right now. Of course, you can use the top header and the little sidebar thing here. Probably too fat. This is the same um, kind of thing as this. Is it a smaller? It might be a smaller font. Slightly, not that small. 16 or so. Trying to see if this is a smaller font than up here. Now, obviously, this I think this might be a completely different type. I don't know. I'm very bad at typography, but I don't know. We'll end it there. We got most of this, not even most of this, but like the very basics of kind of a general thing going on. All right, this was like on the edge of the layout. Yeah. So yeah, that's the beginnings of this series of just kind of learning how to do visual design. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to learn, how all this stuff works. I've used Figma before, but I haven't really went too much into the power features. I've been studying a little bit about visual design, but I haven't really applied too much of it myself. Um, Besides like outside of mid fidelity, so I would love to learn like this high fidelity stuff. But yeah, we'll see where the series goes. I don't know. Hopefully, this video didn't end up being 30 minutes long. Um, but that's that on that, I guess. So as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, rather. I'm used to my podcast. Um, Hopefully this was interesting. Maybe not. Hopefully my other ones will be more interesting because I'm going to be getting to, you know, um, things that I'm learning, like reading books and stuff like that, and share my thoughts in those. So it won't just be like looking at my page trying to figure out what the mess is. Well, I don't know. It depends on what people are interested in, but I don't know. Whatever. We'll see where any of this goes. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. See you next time. Bye bye.